Absolute value inequalities solved by calculator methods. So there's your inequality, absolute value inequality. So what you do is you treat this as y1, that side, and this side is y2. So you graph them in the calculator, but how do you get the absolute value bars? You get the absolute value bars by going math key, arrow over to number, and then choose abs for absolute value. That's how you get the absolute value bars, and then there's a blank space in between, and you fill it in with x minus 2. And then you put the 6 in there. 6 is a constant function, horizontal at 6, which is this one. Also, you want to fool around with the window a little bit. I had to upside to 15 so I could just see all the nice intersection points on the graph. I didn't need as many negative y's down here. So what comes up on the graph is you have this classic V look for absolute value, because the absolute value is not negative, so it runs into the wall here at the x line and it goes back up. That's the y equals absolute value x minus 2, and then you have your constant function y equals 6 going across there like that. Okay, then they intersect in 2 points, and you need to know where those are so you can figure out where it's less than 6. So you do a second calc intersect to get this left intersection point right here. So you arrow over to get close, and then you say enter, and it'll ask you for the second line, enter, and enter again, and it'll give you the answer, which is -4, and of course y equals 6. So -4. So down here I marked that down on our paper as -4 there. Whoops. Not okay. Okay, then right. It's kind of moving around on me here. Okay, then we do the same thing, but this time we get the right hand intersection point the same similar way by getting close to the point and doing the second calc intersect, getting close to the point and doing enter, 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 and it finds the x equals 8, and I mark that down on my paper like this, and I get this picture going. Label the points, and I have my numbers. Now we got to think about what we're doing here. Less than 6. We want to know where the absolute value function is less than the y equals 6 line. I see that in here. I see it here, and I see it here. That, whoa, get away here. Okay, I'm kind of messing up here a little bit. So I see the function, this part of the function being less than 6. And where's the x values for that? They are open circle here, open circle there, and coloring in there. That's all the x values that make the v, which is the absolute value of x minus 2, come in less than the y equals 6 line. This is the y equals 6 line. So these are the x's, and then you just translate that into -4 is less than x is less than 8. Translate that into integral notation, and you're done. Now let's do it by hand just to check it out. So you can draw your number line and put the 0, and you have the distance that x minus 2 absolute value is away from 0 is 6. So you have a 6 here and negative 6 there, and x minus 2 in distance is closer to 0 than 6, so the x minus 2 goes in here. So you have negative 6 less than x minus 2 is less than 6. Add 2 to all throughout. You get negative 4 less than x less than 8. And the interval notation is negative 4 to 8, and that's exactly what we got doing with the calculator.